And Bryce Matthews will go as usual. We're just waiting for their arrival post practice. You know how this goes. So, being the generous souls that we are, we're just gonna hang out. We won't send you national. Me and Black will just hang out until the young men get here. It's gonna be. It's pretty cool. It just hit me. I mean, their first game is February 18th. Like, we're right around the corner from this thing. 17 days from today, they travel down to Huntsville, Texas, and they'll take on Sam Houston. 4 games at Sam Houston, 3 against TCU, and then in Arlington, Texas, and then Northwestern State, UT Arlington, and Kansas State again. And then they finally come back home March 11th, where they go to Hawks Field at Haymarket Park for Long Beach State. And you know how we're reaching normalcy there, Mr. Bachhoven, is that we have midweek games again.
All right.
You know, those Tuesday, Wednesday games exist. So we won't have to sit and wait from weekend to weekend to get our baseball fix.
And don't have to be completely reliant on the Big Ten for your tournament resume there at the end.
So I'll ask you this, because it came up in a conversation I was doing to somebody else's show, and I know this may trigger folks, but that's okay. The grown-ups will understand. Is the Big Ten Conference overrated?
Overrated?
Yeah, when it comes to championships.
Oh yeah. Are you talking about baseball or all together?
Like all together.
Yeah, probably.
well, because I was on a friend's show, and he's back east. And as we were having the conversation, I was speaking of Big Ten the way we talk about the Big Ten Conference. Right? Like, I'm like, okay, you know, the Big Ten Conference is powerhouse. And it's loaded. It's a grind. And they're like, dude, like, no. Like, the Big Ten Conference isn't winning championships. Big Ten Conference, you think about it, he said, okay, Ohio State. And they're like, okay, but outside of Ohio State, who's winning football championships? Oh, boy. Like, I walked right into it, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, basketball. Yeah. Oh,
never mind.
It's been a while. Baseball. Yay, baseball. Thank you, Michigan. Anyone else? Crickets? Okay. Doggone.
Yeah. I mean, I think that you could. I mean, you certainly have a point there when you talk about championships, and that's one way, and probably the highest form of comparing conferences. But what I always like about the Big Ten is the care factor, and that's what I mentioned about it. You know, in general, and maybe that doesn't play as much to the Big Ten as far as baseball goes, right? Like, that's a complaint for the Big Ten for this given show, but for football and basketball, it's there. At some of the highest levels, some of the biggest football stadiums across the nation are in the Big Ten and the SEC. In basketball, it's kind of that grind, but it is interesting that it doesn't ever generally end up in championships. And I brought this up on my show earlier with football. It's not just a Big Ten problem necessarily in football. 14 of the last 15 champions outside of that Ohio State have been in that SEC footprint, whether it's Florida State or Clemson outside of the SEC, but still in the Southeast. And in basketball, it's the same usual suspects. Basketball is crazy because, like, the tournament doesn't do a good job of rewarding the best team all year, right? It's just kind of who gets hot. And so it sounds like you would be saying, well, it's just a free-for-all. Not necessarily, because the same teams end up winning all the time. It's always Kentucky and Duke and North Carolina, and not any of those teams are necessarily in the Big Ten. Michigan State's always kind of the team that's in the Final Four and the championship game. Did break through in the year 2000, but that's been a while.
Like, I walked into it because there's conversations about when you talk about other conferences, and everybody else frowns about the SEC. So then it becomes like a show me contest between ACC and Big Ten and Pac-12. And they all say, okay, well, but seriously, the ACC, you see them in basketball. You see them.
Oh, yeah. Major baskwobasketball conference.
Right? Like you see them and you go, oh, man, like this is, and Virginia, they just won a national title in 2019. They won it in basketball and in baseball, and you go, if UVA can do it, what's going on with everybody else? Like if they can get it done in Charlottesville with the high academic standard and all of the nonsensical stuff that goes on, and you're out in the middle of nowhere, right? Charlottesville is not a boom town. Like it is a truly sleepy college town, right? And if they can get it done, right? What is going on? So I had to correct myself, and I was like, doggone it. All right. Doggone it. Like I hate it when, come on, Big Ten.
Yeah. You gotta help me out a little bit here.
Give me a break. And then baseball, because so of course it got to baseball because we headed to and he said, yeah, you're right. We can't forget bowling. Thank you. Like this is right. Like you're going out destroying people. But yeah, it was, and then we got to baseball, and I said, yeah, well, it's the Midwest, and they've got, this is where the championships are held, right? That's where the World Series is,
right?
And then they go, yeah, but it's not really for you. it's not really for the Huskers.
It's not based on what's been earned necessarily.
Yeah, it's not really for the Huskers. Like if you said this is for Creighton, or this is for that's their home stadium. Like, why don't you guys build a comparable stadium in Lincoln? I'm like, stop asking logical questions, because I don't need this crap. Like I don't need. It's like, wait a minute. You travel to the SEC, like the Huskers got to travel to the SEC. They got to travel to Arkansas and see what's going on, and with all the resources that this place holds, it can't be outdone with the stuff that it can fix. Like you can't fix talent. You can develop it. You can't fix it. You can raise money to build buildings, but you're not fixing the problem. So I went, okay, you know what? I'm just going to say it out loud. Nebraska's going to the College World Series. Like that was that was my response. And Bach, I was waiting for the roof to crumble down on me, like just crash and go. Oh, that was stupid.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it. Maybe I'll be right.
It's possible. I mean, it sounds somewhat insane because it hasn't happened in a while here for Nebraska, but they were close. I mean, if you get that close to Arkansas, the number 1 overall seed, and I know they didn't end up going to the College World Series either, but that's quite a statement to make. And so when you talk about the SEC and the incredible level of competition that's down there, the Vanderbilts and everywhere that they bring, there's not an off day there. The Big Ten, it is something that's still somewhat of an adjustment after all these years. Is the care factor that's there for Nebraska baseball compared to the care factor that's there at for other teams, and it makes sense, right? You do hold the College World Series. You do have naturally actually just a lot of talent grown up in the state at Nebraska at times. So I mean, it's understandable why it's there. And obviously those College World Series teams from the mid 2000s really, created memories for a lot of people of this generation and such. But it's just not matched in the Big Ten. So, but that was the problem when coming over to the Big Ten, is that you can say that, but you're not winning. You can say that, but you're not on top of the standings. So what can you complain about? Now Nebraska's there. Now Nebraska under Will Bolt
top 20
is a top 25 type of team, won the Big Ten. So it's not like, okay, well, you still have work to do before you start talking. Now it's hopefully Nebraska can maintain success. And that's just as difficult as getting to the top to begin with. But at least you can start asking for more of your Big Ten partners to put a little bit more into their baseball program and try to grind it out. But I mean, the problem is baseball is part of the season, right? I mean, they're traveling to Texas. They're traveling south like they do every year for a majority of their non-conference play because it's freaking cold up here and you can't play baseball yet.
Stupid cold. Let me ask you this about, because it's a conversation that I've heard other Husker fans speak to. What are your thoughts on Haymarket Park?
Could use some upgrades here and there. It's kind of like I remember when it was the brand new thing and flashing. It's cool. I love the view. I mean, Memorial Stadium in the background. It's still one of the more beautiful parks. It just hasn't had necessarily too much of a touch up as of late.
How old is the park?
I believe early 2000s. I'd say 2001, but I have to go double check.
Okay, so through that, when it was first raised, your thoughts were, okay, this has everything, right? It has everything.
Yeah. It was such an upgrade from where they'd previously been.
Right. So then what do you want for Haymarket Park? Like, as a fan, what do you want that it doesn't have?
I guess for me, maybe it's just, there's something also, I don't know, it's kind of torn here because there's something that's kind of endearing about an aging baseball stadium. I don't know why. It's just, that's baseball, right?
Well, we've been sold that.
Right.
Like it's amazing branding to get you to not ask for more from, you call her the old girl or the grand dame or whatever, right? Look, the Grand Dame, Haymarket Park. It has character, right? It has personality. But what's the thing? And I was asking the people earlier, like, what do you want from it? Do you want more suites? Do you want more seats? Is that necessary? Is sitting on the lawn still a preferred endearing, thing? Yeah. Is that a thing that matters? Right? Because if you're going to have that overflow crowd, that's where you want them, and it's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. But it's also a little unnecessary.
Right. It's good to have seats there.
Right. Well, as long as you had the seats without taking away the view.
Yeah. I personally like it. And again, I wouldn't be someone that's clamoring for too much change there, other than just kind of updating it, doing your standard upgrades that probably, maybe could have been done just with the boards and stuff like that.
Concessions?
Yeah, the concessions maybe.
Why is concession still a concept that people fight over here? No matter what venue there is here, people are arguing about concessions. Like, what's the deal?
Because you're force-fed Valentinos and run some.
I thought, wait a minute.
I love Valentinos and Runza, but
wait a minute.
If you're a season ticket holder, there's only so much you can take.
Wait a minute. I thought this is part of the personality and charm of Nebraska athletics, and now you tell me that, wait, I should be at my fill. What are you talking about, Bob?
I've recently taken a turn on it. I can't. I just want something else to eat.
Right? I mean,
it is like out of state. If I have an out of stater come in or something, it's showing something
I'm
the first time.
Here, so...
Yeah. Well, but then it's like this is what you get at Nebraska. This is kind of local, and I like the local flavor, the local food. I just want more options because some people even just don't like runzas or
I'm trying to figure this out. So would muchachos work?
Oh, muchachos
at Haymarket? Would it work? Or do they do the truck?
Are rough, but yeah, no, I think that it could work, and certainly that's an up and coming business that has done well with just about everybody that they've reached deals with. So hopefully, yeah, that could be something.
I'm just curious. Like, I want to know what it is that they could do, and I'm not sure what it could be, but all I know is I hear people talk about it. I'm glad you explained that. Maybe it's time to add to the menu of the concessions at Haymarket Park.
What haven't we said? Alcohol, which is obviously another one.
Well, I'm new here, so if you guys tell me you want to drink at ball games, I'm for it. You tell me you don't want to drink, hey, I'll mind my business. That's how that works. It's not. You let me know how you want it done. We'll toward the early break, and then we'll let these guys get in here long to get the posse has arrived, so we will turn it over to Cam and Bryce and let them get us through the hour here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Fruitcakes are just for Christmas, right? Gosh, I feel sorry for you. I mean, what if we had done that with bacon? Bacon is only for breakfast. We'd never have bacon cheeseburgers. We'd never be able to save a salad by adding bacon bits. We'd never have Brinner. That's breakfast for dinner. Don't limit yourself. Fruitcakes for St. Patrick's Day. Fruitcakes for graduation. Fruitcakes for Thursday. Beatrice Bakery and Grandma's Fruitcakes are perfect for every occasion. Check them out in downtown Beatrice or online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
When it's really cold and your furnace goes out, the last thing you need is somebody who just wants a piece of your checkbook. Several families were told they had a cracked heat exchanger and needed a new furnace. Fortunately, they called Bryant for a second opinion. Many were found to only need minor repairs. Anytime you need furnace repair, call the experts at Bryant first. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Order online now from the new Wingstop located at 5001 O Street.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Increasing cloud cover, much cooler conditions here for our Tuesday. We top out at around 39 with a north wind at 15 to 25. Mostly cloudy tonight, a low dropping down to around 11, and it looks quite chilly for our Wednesday. We'll see cloudy skies with a high of only 16. That's a check of your forecast. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Every time the back door closes, it squeaks and reminds me of how I used to go out back for a cigarette 2-3 times a day when I was stressed, when I was hungry, when I was bored. But then I think of how the stale taste lingered in my mouth, and I reach into my purse and pop a stick of gum. And the craving is gone.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You can search online for hours to find the best electricians in Lincoln and the surrounding area, but I'll save you time. High Electric has been serving their customers for 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They're experts in everything electrical, from remodeling to new additions, hot tub installations, electric vehicle chargers or EV chargers, lighting, ceiling fans, and more. High Electric takes jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns big or small in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at highelectric.com.
Security First Bank. We're the bank, and we make your mortgage more manageable with flexible terms, trusted advice, and competitive rates. When you work with us, we'll know your name, but we'll also get to know your home dreams too. Security First Bank of Lincoln. Voted best small bank in Nebraska by Newsweek magazine. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 505011.
Hi, this is Sean Callahan with Koppel Chevrolet GMC. New vehicle production has been increasing, but the lots will not be filling up anytime soon. In fact, most vehicles are being pre-sold and are leaving the same week as they arrive. If you want your new Chevrolet or GMC, this is a great time to build a vehicle and place an order. Our sales team will work right with you to build the exact vehicle you want. At Koppel, we appreciate your business and sell vehicles at a fair price. So come check us out or visit us online at koppelcars.com.
You're listening to Up the Middle with Cam Chick and Bryce Matthews on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There you go.
Figure it out.
There you go. Bryce, give us that read right there, man.
This segment of Up the Middle is brought to you by Eagle Delivery. Eagle Delivery is Lincoln's homegrown delivery service and the Ticket's only choice for professional couriers. The guys over there will work with you to make sure your package is delivered as efficiently, effectively, and economically as possible. For business or residential deliveries, go with the best. Check them out online at eagledelivery.com.
Well done, gentlemen.
Nice.
Look at that. Look at
That's
that.
money.
Look at that. Look at that. They're gonna let you hit leadoff this year. Is that what we're finding out?
I'm swinging in the 4-hole right now. But
What?
He switched spots with me.
What?
Yeah.
Banger? Really?
I've been swinging it lately. I'm not gonna lie to
Okay,
you.
but this is what we have to. I'm going to
But-
change how I address you. Now I have to call you Mr. Matthews.
Nah.
If you hitting in the 4 spot, like it's Mr. Matthews.
I'm the same guy. I'm the same guy. Nah.
No, that's so. Where what do you think? What do you think about this lineup? What do you think?
I mean, we just switched spots completely.
Yeah.
I'm at 2 hole now,
Yeah.
and he's at 4. So
Do
we
you
flip-flop.
do you have a preference?
I don't mind. I think like our whole lineup right now, anyone can hit the ball out of the park. So
literally.
we don't really have a power hole anymore. So that's
Like,
So this is not move the runner 2 spot. This is
we got no. I think we maybe have 1 or 2 people in our lineup like the move the runner, gritty kind of guy.
Yeah.
But 7 out of 9 for sure can put
Our-
some pop behind it.
yeah, our 1 through 7 can bang.
Yeah.
will the lineup change righty lefty?
Right now, I
Probably.
mean,
I don't
I
think
don't think so. But our 8-9, don't get us wrong. Those guys scrap.
and they hit the ball hard
They're
too.
they're gonna have a high average for sure.
I have a rule that I'm not allowed to drink Husker Kool-Aid until the season starts.
Yeah.
And Bach and I were talking about it. I was on a show back east, and they're talking Big Ten baseball, and they're talking Huskers, and I had to catch myself because I was going to start the hype train, and I said, "Okay, DP, chill. Let these guys at least let them get to Huntsville."
Yeah.
How excited are you? This is you're 17 days away, man.
We always thought this is the worst part of the year because you got 3 weeks of just straight practice and being in Nebraska. It's freezing, like tonight, and so we got the 2 hours in the Hawks and 2 hours in the Gordon. So, I mean, this is where you kind of scrap out and figure out what you got to do to better yourself for the season.
This is where it really matters, though.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you get to win those games, because if you're not laying it out on the line right now, then you're not gonna be doing that during the season. That's not gonna take you anywhere. So, I mean, this is probably the most exhausted I've been in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And
the cold tub and hot tub are our friends.
Yeah, and my bed where I go to sleep because I'm knocked.
What's the schedule now for you guys?
We're back to 4-hour practices.
Yeah, and it's lifting in the morning class, then early work or treatment, whatever you got to get to. I mean, I got class in the morning, so I'm like, I got like a full I feel like I'm working a 9 to 5 pretty much. That's what it is.
Like this morning we had TV like an insight. For me, I had class at 12:30, so this morning we had mandatory breakfast before 9 o'clock. So I got up and did that. Went back, ate, did some schoolwork, and then went and hit at 11 to noon, and then went and got lunch. Went to class from 12:30 to 1:45. Straight to the field, got dressed, ran to the Hawks. We had our defensive segment of practice, and then we just got done around 5:45. 5:50.
Is this when you talk about your workouts? Is this maintenance, sustenance? Is this bulk up? What are you doing with your lifting?
Everything.
What did you say?
Like everything.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same with lifting wise or whatnot. Practice is just getting everybody in the flow. It's speeding people up and just trying to find the right pace of play. Because if you're playing too fast, then gonna mess up. Playing too slow, runners are safe, everybody's safe, but it's just finding the right speed to play at, and then just getting everybody on the same page.
Is that more for the young guys, that pace of play? Because the young guys like that extra adrenaline that pumps. You old heads, you guys have been here. You kind of understand. Yeah, you're an old man. Look, you got in.
Hey,
you played in the tournament. You played in tournament. You are no longer young in this thing.
That's what I expected.
You are veteran leadership now.
I'm still 19 years old.
And hitting in the 4 spot, Mr. Matthews.
Oh my God.
It's like this is. I mean, is that the conversation to the young guys, to the new guys?
I mean, yeah, like for us, for them last year, he still doesn't know what it's like to have a full season.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those things where like this is where, we're practicing all these hours of the day to get your body kind of not fatigued, but to get used to the grind, because it's going to be weeks where I know we have 8 games in 6 days. So it's like, it's just getting the young guys acclimated to the fact that it's like, this isn't high school where you don't play 2 games a week and call it good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also most of high schools, everyone makes it to a district. Like here, you got to win everything. You got to literally, like Coach Bull always says, 5 games can make or break whether we're still playing in June or we're taking our happy butts to summer ball. So
no, we'll have none of that.
Yeah,
we'll have none of that. So through what you went through last year with just Big Ten play, and then this year, now Big Ten play plus almost normalcy, right? Have they talked to you guys about crowds?
I think it's back to normal.
I think it's back to normal.
Right?
I haven't
I know
heard
there's
anything
some stuff
different.
in the works.
Yeah.
About like our field and stuff, but
is that a thing that you have to work on, being able to see through shirts again and hearing the crowd and being able to talk to each other?
That's just like what you came here for.
Yeah.
So, I mean, last year he didn't get the taste of it until the last like 2 or 3 series at home when they finally opened it up. And then obviously he got the big taste going to Arkansas and having 16, 17. But it's like, I mean, that's what we signed up for.
Yeah,
that's like what we came here for.
Yeah, you don't want to play with nobody in the stands. Like,
yeah, that was the worst.
I want to play with when it's on the line and everybody's there cheering, and I like when it's loud.
I think the worst was Minneapolis. We're in the dome, no one's there.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, it was hot.
It was hot, and you could literally hear a penny drop. Like we hit 2 or 3 home runs, and it was just us screaming. And it was like, and at that point, you just feel like, all right.
Okay, so this is one that I talk to people about all the time. Most of your baseball work is done with nobody there.
Yeah.
Right? So there should be a comfort. Like you should be used to hitting a bomb and only having your guys root for it.
It's just like practice. Yeah. Pretty much.
I mean, 90% of your work is done when nobody's watching.
Yeah.
So there is that thing, but the adjustment back to, and you guys have to remember, you're Big Ten champions now. So that first home game, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
That is going to be bananas. Like, I'm getting excited for you. It will be amazing to go through that. So how do you pace yourself in this thing? February 18th, got 4 games against Sam Houston?
Yes.
Right? How do you stay on time?
Just gotta stay in the present.
Yeah,
That's our
I
biggest
think,
thing.
yeah. It's one day at a time. I mean, it's a very hard thing to do. I mean,
do you pick individual days where you have things you need to work on? Like, okay, today I'm simply working on my throwing slot, or today I'm working on keeping my balance, my footwork. I'm going to wrap my brain around this, or you know what, I'm going to work on opposite field hitting. Do they allow for that?
Oh yeah. So like a story going back last year, the last 2 weeks of our regular season, I struggled like bad. And it was, I couldn't barrel the ball up. I wasn't seeing it good. And it was just like little things. And then me and Coach Arvell for 2 days straight before we went to regional, it was just like back to basics. Don't step, don't stride, like just get back to seeing the ball deep. And I wasn't allowed to hit anything middle in. Everything was, we set the machine up outside and it was just grind that out. And luckily we found something, it clicked. And then at Arkansas, I was able to do what I should be doing and hit balls and drive them and drive in runs.
How often do you think of, hey, I need to pull this. I need to work my target. For me as a hitter, my thing was I wanted to hit everything right back up the middle. And then if I was quick, I was going to get to an alley. If I was late, I would get to an alley. I didn't want to be too late because then I knew I shouldn't be swinging. Do you guys have a kind of a point that you're focusing on where you want to hit the ball, or you just see ball, hit ball?
Both.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep it as simple as possible. But I think, like, for me, my thing is, like, I'm trying to hit the ball to the right center gap, because if I'm not over there, I'm just going to spin off everything, and I'm not going to be as good as I should. And that's what I work on literally every day. Just I have to conquer that just to, like, keep my day-to-day things every day. That's what I start off with every day. And, like, you're probably left center. That's what you work on to start off every day with.
My thing, I'm weird. So I do left center. But it depends on the wind that day. So and being in the Big Ten, you're up in the Midwest, up in the North, and it's like you get the crazy wind alleys. So like when we went to Iowa, it was howling like 20, 25 miles out, and it was left center. So for me, I was like, you know what? this was I was like, I'm just gonna be as late as possible because I know if I get up in the jet stream, it's gonna go. And I ended up having 2 that weekend solely based on I was sitting, I guess you could say sitting soft. I was just trying to be as late as possible because I knew if I could get my barrel to it, the wind was gonna do the rest of it.
Are you better late? Are you really just better?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can ask him. If I'm out in front or I'm like on time, I guess you could say, I'm not as good as I should be. I got to be as late as possible to let my hands fire.
I've like, his hands are so fast. Like, there's one person that I know that's hands are like as fast as his, and he's in the minors right now.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody's hands as quick as his.
That's got to be, I mean, it's almost counterintuitive.
It mind boggles you.
Yeah, he doesn't like to listen to me because like, he likes to stand in the back of the box, and his hands are so fast. And I'm like, bro, just scoot up. Like, nobody's gonna just throw it by you. But he doesn't want to listen to me.
Is it the hole that's dug that keeps you from moving up?
Well, I'm just lucky we don't have a lot of lefties, so there's not a lot of holes in there.
That literally, like, this is why I loved hitting leadoff, because I got to create the hole.
Yeah.
Right, and I would have people get mad at me because I would go literally to the back corner. So that little angle right there, that's where my toe is. And it forced me to trust my hands. And I had to learn that. And my coach would go, you could move up and that ball's going to run for you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but I don't see it as well from up there.
Because, I mean, like, I think
you're in the outside of the
I'm
box.
the
You're
only
not
person.
It's got to be
like,
illegal.
I step out of the box.
It's got to be against the rules. This dude is out of it.
All the way out of the back.
The only time I'm not in like the middle of the
front?
box. Yes.
So like he literally is eliminating half of foul play by how far up he is. He could be extra
and
late
then to
still
shoot
keep it on the
oppo
line.
gap. What?
It's weird.
It's like
you're an alien, man. That's crazy.
Since I was little, my dad had me do it, and I love it because like if it's a sinker baller, I'm not even supposed to be saying this. Like,
no, I mean, we don't want to give away
whatever.
secrets, but that's fantastic.
I love it because like I could just take away somebody's like how they want to pitch me just because of me moving up in the box. Like,
but it like worse because he's trying to go. He's got like a dummy amount of oppo juice.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's up in the box makes him like later, which is exactly what he wants. And so he's able to use his hands and push the ball the other way.
Here's a real story. Before having watched you guys last year, before meeting you, I thought you both were like 6'2".
Well, I appreciate it.
That kind of that kind of pop.
He's like close,
right?
I'm getting there.
Well, but that's what like I thought.
I'm like 5'7".
No, like these like no, but I mean, the pop off of a low, what seems to be not explosive swing. It seems like a balanced swing instead of an explosive swing, and you're not conceding anything on it. So when you go into a slump, it actually surprises me because all of your work is done in your setup because your hands are so good. But when y'all walked in the first time, I was expecting like dudes because you guys pop out of every park, and I thought, okay, all right, I really must have sucked because like I worked really hard to create power, and you guys do it so easily.
My dad used to get mad at me because I used to swing. Like I still do. I swing hard as like I swing pretty hard. He used to get so mad at me.
You're so quick. It's quick.
It ain't a secret when I'm trying too hard. It's pretty evident. And my dad was the same way. He was like, you just got to trust your hands.
Yeah, he like yell at me like, don't even try to swing. Like I don't know any other way like how to swing the bat.
I think the best thing is we were hitting one day. I mean, this isn't just one day.
Yeah,
I know he's listening, so he probably already knows where I'm going with it. But he would stop me a lot of times when we're hitting in high school and stuff, and be like, "You see anyone here?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Is there any scouts?" And then he's like, "Now look over there. Is there any fences?" He's like, "Why are you swinging for a home run in the cage?" And so that, like, I know, I love you, Dad. I appreciate it. I know I was hard-headed. It clicked now.
Right?
It clicks now because now I get in the cage and I'm just like, I just want to hit a line drive off the machine and I know that my direction's going good. And then I can work from there. I can be late and shoot the gap, or, if I'm feeling good and the ball's coming in, I can get my hands going a little bit and go pull side.
It's going to be interesting, again, to watch you guys as you guys evolve and get naturally stronger. You get more efficient in how you're going to play the game. When you watch your teammates, who's the person that you love watching in the cage?
It's like I got like three.
And In the cage is
Yeah.
different. In the game, I love watching Max because I know
Yeah.
that kid is just.
Max is a cyborg sent to destroy baseballs.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like-
He could probably wake up 10 minutes before first pitch and go 3 for 5.
Yeah. I'd put money on that.
I would literally put my life savings.
Yeah,
If the
Hervel
ga-
said his job is just to not mess.
If the
Max
game is
up.
on the
Like, say
line,
as
I would
little
put
as
my money
possible.
down. If they're like, we need a base hit to win the game,
Yeah.
I would put him before myself. And obviously, you want to be confident that we're like, you want yourself in there.
Yeah.
I'm putting my money on him. That kid will get up and the ball's going in play.
Who do you like to watch?
I've Josh Karen.
Really?
He's fun.
So we were hitting one day and we were on the machine. He went 3 pumpies in a row off the machine and it's hucking. And then he had a double off the wall and finished his round. He had another home run like 400 feet. I'm like,
what did you call it?
A pumpy?
A pumpy.
Yeah, pump. Home run.
Just
like, yeah.
I've never heard that. Bach, is that the first time? Have you heard? Okay, I've never heard.
But like he is so strong. Like,
and I'm telling you,
Is he the strongest?
Strongest?
Yeah.
What do you mean like strongest? Are you talking
Power, like just baseball power.
I would say, yeah.
Him, Jack, and Colby are up
Yeah.
there.
Like I know guys who are strong in the weight room and they're strong.
He's in that category with them too.
Yeah.
But these dudes will like miss balls.
Yeah, and
that's what's fun to hit with them in the cage.
Yeah.
Is they'll miss a ball and it'll go 95, hit a home run, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Dude, I gotta try to do it."
Yeah.
I never tried to hit a home run. Every home run I hit was an accident, like pure accident, and I'm happy for it because if I ever figured out how to hit a home run, my batting average would have dropped to like 200. It wouldn't.
I couldn't even tell you. I probably maybe two home runs in my whole life that I've actually been like, I'm gonna try to hit a home run here, and I did it. Because every time I've been like, oh, I'm gonna hit a home run, I feel good. Never ends up good.
Is your home run swing based on location?
Yeah. Because there's things.
Is it
like,
more location or swing? Which
I know Coach Harvell is gonna be mad at me for saying this because like you want to be able to hit like balls out of the park, and this is where I get in trouble because then I'm like, oh, I'm hunted like that pitch I want, and then I end up just like giving up on the other one, and that's where I get in trouble. It's because then that's where I get spinny and doing too much. And so I mean, you train so well and you train so often that when you do get that pitch, it's like muscle memory.
Yeah.
But you got to make sure your eyes don't light up and get like a beach ball because then that's when you get jumpy. You just got to know like, oh, that's my pitch.
Yeah.
And then you don't even think about it. You just react. And I wouldn't even say I had home run swing. It was just
regular.
so many swings in the cages that led up to me just putting the good swing on it.
Real talk, who has the best home run trap? Like who finishes and rounds the bases so cool that everybody just stops and watches?
Well, I know it's not me because I sprint because my dad doesn't let me celebrate.
It's amazing how that happens.
Yeah, he found out I had a home run last year and I didn't mean to flip it was against Minnesota, and I didn't mean to flip the bat like as far as I did.
That ball's hit so far.
And
I'm not gonna lie, I would have threw the bat.
Yeah. I like watched the video because I got like a warning. I got a dugout warning. But no, I don't know. I like yours. Whenever you know it's gone, you do like a cool finish.
Yeah, you've got a little flip.
I think the coolest one so far is Jackson, Texas.
Yeah.
That one might have been the dope.
Not him. Him and Max, when he did at Illinois, he flipped it too.
Yeah,
I like that one. And Max, like,
what does Bolton Harbor? What do they say about bat flips?
They don't really say much. They give you props when props are due. Like if you hit a ball far enough and hard enough, then they're like, you deserve. Like you can give a little extra. But if it's like one of those where we're wall scraper and you're showboating,
yeah. No, like we played Michigan and. Oh my God!
Max's home run was.
We were like, me and Max were like, we're gonna go back to back here. I struck out, but because the pitcher was talking mess, I'm like, whoa. And Max hit it. I knew like,
and he flipped it. He did the hit and the stop and the flip.
I was like, then I took a hack on like a 3-1 and I ended up striking out.
I want to ask you. We'll throw the break. I do want to ask you guys, what team, what player talks the most smack?
That we played?
We'll think about it for a second. We'll come back. We'll close out up the middle.
You can search online for hours to find the best electricians in Lincoln and the surrounding area, but I'll save you time. High Electric has been serving their customers for 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They're experts in everything electrical, from remodeling to new additions, hot tub installations, electric vehicle chargers or EV chargers, lighting, ceiling fans, and more. High Electric takes jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at highelectric.com.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Order online now from the new Wingstop located at 5001 O Street. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour and other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Is your furnace or heat pump ready for winter? Call Bryant to schedule your home heating check. Comfortable, safe, efficient. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111.
Casey's General Store is giving you the chance at winning 2 free tickets to a Nebraska home basketball game this season. Stop by any Casey's location in Lincoln throughout basketball season, enter your name into the registration box, and you'll have a chance to win 2 tickets to an upcoming Nebraska basketball game. Every drawing will occur at least 24 hours before the game that has its selected winner. So make sure to get to any Casey's in Lincoln today for your chance at 2 free tickets for Nebraska men's basketball games.
Security First Bank. We're the bank, and we make your mortgage more manageable with flexible terms, trusted advice, and competitive rates. When you work with us, we'll know your name, but we'll also get to know your home dreams too. Security First Bank of Lincoln. Voted best small bank in Nebraska by Newsweek magazine. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 505011.
Need to send a message? Send it with cake. Congratulations. Here's a congratulations chocolate rum cake from Beatrice Bakery. Thank you. Say thank you with an amaretto cake. I'm sorry that I accidentally hit your mailbox with my car as I was backing out of the driveway and then continued right into your prized petunias. You say that with a lemon drop cake. Everybody knows that. Beatrice Bakery in downtown Beatrice or online at beatricebakery.com. Here to help you say whatever it is you need to say. Welcome to our world of yum.
Hi, this is Sean Callahan with Koppel Chevrolet GMC. New vehicle production has been increasing, but the lots will not be filling up anytime soon. In fact, most vehicles are being pre-sold and are leaving the same week as they arrive. If you want your new Chevrolet or GMC, this is a great time to build a vehicle and place an order. Our sales team will work right with you to build the exact vehicle you want. At Koppel, we appreciate your business and sell vehicles at a fair price. So come check us out or visit us online at koppelcars.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Increasing cloud cover, much cooler conditions here for our Tuesday. We top out at around 39 with a north wind at 15 to 25. Mostly cloudy tonight, a low dropping down to around 11, and it looks quite chilly for our Wednesday. We'll see cloudy skies with a high of only 16. That's a check of your forecast. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to Up the Middle with Cam Chick and Bryce Matthews on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment up the middle. Again, they are 17 days away from opening day down in Huntsville. February 18th, right?
Yeah.
Wow, man. All right, so I set you guys up on a tee. You can take your swing now. Who talked the most smack that you guys played against?
I'd have to say Indiana.
Michigan.
What were they? Anything that you could repeat?
They were just
Dumb stuff.
yeah, they were just like talking for no reason, like the whole game.
Well, mine was my freshman year. and we're playing them at home, and it was like the deciding factor whether or not they won the Big Ten or vice versa. And that's the whole Angelo Altavilla and Jacob Blomgren or whatever his name is. I guess he spit on Angelo, and that's what started the whole thing. And then that same beef went into the Big Ten tournament at TD Ameritrade, and so we ended up eliminating them. And of course, Gilo catches the fly ball right in front of Blomgren, who's a second base runner, and that just so.
That's got to be. Who's the best trash talker on the Huskies team? What? Who's the guy? Who's the guy that chirps the hardest?
Leighton Mitch. Man job.
He doesn't care.
No, he does not.
Him or Buns.
Nah, but when we beat Illinois,
Oh
he was.
my gosh.
That was the
He
most.
stopped and turned and just letting him have the bullpen.
Letting them
after
have
we
it.
won, and didn't even come celebrate.
I could hear from second base. Like he was letting them have it.
Yeah.
Like the whole last inning. It was like the 8th and 9th inning. He was
Yeah.
letting them have it. And like
He's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, he's
That
he's
had to be just a really cool thing, though, when you know you're winning the Big Ten and
Well, we didn't get to know.
3 outs
Yeah.
until. Well, I could see that you guys started to rally in the last half of the last game, where you
Yeah.
actually knew something was up.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
None of us knew until the 7th inning of that
Right.
game.
It didn't even like hit me after we won. It still hasn't hit me. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Have you guys gotten your rings yet?
Yep.
Oh, I thought you'd wait till maybe
Nah, we just got him out of practice.
Yeah.
He didn't want to make a big deal of it.
5:45 in the morning too.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where it's like,
What?
yeah,
Yeah.
we have practice at 6 a.m. in the fall for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You guys get your rings at 5:45 in the morning,
Yeah.
just on a practice day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they just want to make sure that like the new guys know it's like last year, and we're trying to get another one.
So
this year.
nothing for the fans, nothing for.
Nah.
I don't know. Like,
I mean, we did the basketball thing.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
yeah, it was. But I think like I don't know. I don't like losing. I hate losing, but I feel like that's an expectation for us and the coaches, like
Yeah.
to win. Like that's what we do every day in practice, and that's what we do. We practice to win. We play to win. That's our thing. So we don't really expect anything less.
How do you divide up your defensive time by position? Do you work from spot to spot? I mean, because you played several positions. You had to play several positions last year.
He
How do
gets
you
to
break
kick it
that
at
down?
short now?
Yeah.
So he's at short, and then me, I'm every outfield position.
Who's your backup?
E-Fry?
and they're not backups because
Well, I mean, they're going to play, especially now that you're back to midweek games and
Yeah.
the wear and tear of a longer season.
yeah, I don't think anybody's backup because I think we're all interchangeable.
Okay, 4-hitter.
Yeah.
4-hitter and shortstop. That sounds familiar. Like those are big shoes, bro. Like you,
Yeah.
I mean, you're built for it. So I'm not tripping. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
amazing. Cam, how do you break yours down?
Mine's like practice by practice. One day I could be at second, and then the next center, right, left. So, looks kind of like right now, up the middle may not be up the middle.
Okay.
I technically still kind of up
No,
the middle.
you'd be up the middle. Yeah.
Center field,
Look,
left field.
everybody knows in baseball, you're only as good as you are up the middle, and
Yeah.
center field, shortstop, second base, pitcher, catcher. That's where the work is.
Mhm.
So, hey, there's a lot of responsibility over that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Center field is a position of leadership. Like in my mind, you can't play center field if you don't own the whole damn thing.
Mhm.
So, do you carry that with you? Is that part of like when you see 8 by your name? Is that a statement that okay, Cam, you have to be louder today, you have to be more active today?
I don't know if it like changes much. I mean, these guys, I was blessed enough to be named captain for the team.
What?
Yeah.
How are you gonna low key that?
I don't.
How were you?
But so I mean,
Man, come on.
That's respect enough.
Yeah.
With them thinking like that highly of me, so I feel like wherever I go, kind of have that leadership role. I'm not a vocal guy.
Okay.
I wish you would talk more.
Yeah, like I try not to get on people. I try to like lead by example. Kind of just go about my business and
But what
lead
if
that
they
way.
need? What if they need to hear you?
There's times where it'll get to the point sometimes where like I have to say something. But it's one of those things where I'm not like a get in your face kind of guy. I like to be laid back a little bit because we've all failed.
Yeah.
I try to be more of like the supportive, tough love kind of guy.
Mhm.
So, help them like learn from it because Lord knows I've had plenty of failures early on in my career.
But that's how you learn to lead.
Yeah. So I think, being in center, yeah, you got to be able to command the outfield and obviously like balls in the infield. But I kind of just try to keep that with me wherever I am.
Who did you call when you found that out?
My mom and dad.
Oh.
They're the first ones.
Oh, and what did they say?
They were happy. It's like always an honor, obviously, because coaches and players are able to vote, and to get those votes from all those guys means a lot.
Right. So, and this guy, right? That this guy will wear the C, right?
Yeah.
Right.
For sure. Most definitely.
Right. And you're paying attention, right? You're going to lead your way. What will be your way to lead?
I don't yell at like the guys around me because I fail the most at everybody, like on the infield or whatnot. But I'm more so like, I don't know, I kind of get on the pitch a little bit more, just to like, I'm more of a calm person. Like I get everybody calmed down. I'm like the laughing person on the field. I keep everybody like light and chill. So I'm the person that makes everybody like chill out and have fun. And I think that's my job. Everybody needs somebody like that on the field.
You guys have the best eyes for pitch calls, right? You start to understand what's happening, like what the relationship is between pitcher and catcher defensively, because you have to adjust and get everybody else in place from it. Do you find yourself calling plays, like in your calling pitches in your head, like, oh, this is what we're going to go here?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Coach Chrissy's.
Yeah. I have a really good relationship with Coach Chrissy. And like during practice, like last year, he pretty much in the Gordon, he'd be behind me at second base and we'd kind of talk like every other pitch, like asking, what do you think should have went there? What kind of pitch? What do you think should have happened? And then last year, I think I did a really good job with picking people off at second base. I just think I have a really good feel for when a runner's going to go and when they should be picked off and what the pitcher should do and what they shouldn't do.
All of that is why I feel good about this group. What? Oh, that's right. Cam Chick has a read. Close us out here.
Yeah, this segment was brought to you by Canopy Street Market. Canopy Street Market has everything you need. We have fresh produce and meat department. Also, full-service deli department, not serving hot lunch and breakfast Monday through Saturday with cold heat and eat meals every day. We also have a full dairy and frozen department. Canopy Street Market has all of your beer, wine, spirits needs. We are your tailgating headquarters. Students get 10% discount every Saturday. We are open 7 to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 9 to 8 p.m. on Sundays. 140 South Canopy Street in the Haymarket.
Well done.
Fire.
That
place is money.
It is. It's great.
They love you guys. So whenever I pop in, they're talking about the guys that have come in. Job well done. Next week, we'll talk about time. We'll talk about time and date because as the schedule gets more real. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Talking Tens. Coming off a win over Illinois last night, and you have two event winners.
Yep.
Kayla Curtis, Kenzie Roby. Up next, 937 The Ticket.